Believe it or not, I had a few good friends give me the advice that I should let everything go and file bankruptcy and move into a camper RV park. Don't get me wrong, I know they had the best intentions, and I don't think bad of them at all for saying it, because I understand it. That sounds very practical when you're sinking, when you have nobody and you have no help. But to understand why I refused to make that decision, you have to go back about 35, 40 years ago. You see, I never had a home. And whenever my aunt and uncle took me in when I was 10, the first thing she managed to say to us was, remember, you are guests in this house. This is not your home. And that stuck with me my whole life. And I've never had a home. I almost had a home once, but I lost it pretty quickly. I never owned anything that was mine. The one time I did, I owned it for the blink of an eye because I was married to the wrong person. And I let it go back. There's a lot of personal power in ownership, but there's even more confidence and stability in having a home. Somewhere you can lay your head at night and you can just forget that the world has problems. Right now, everything seems pretty black, especially from the outside looking in. We're at the edge of losing our land and my truck and our phones. But we're not giving up. I can't work right now. That's a fact. I have to own that. As much as I try, my body has given out. My mind has given out. And unfortunately, my wife is the one who has to take the burden of working, which it's always been my job. Yeah, I'm old fashioned. I'm the responsible head of household. I'm the one who makes sure that our finances are taken care of. And until I had my surgery, they were. But I won't let the world win. Everything is at stake. And too many people choose giving up or choose the easy life. Oh, it's a lot easier just giving up and going back to the city. Living off welfare, Section 8 housing. Let the government take care of us because it's easy. Homesteading is hard. It's hard work. I'd like to say, or you'd think I'd like to say that there's some days that I just want to quit, but there isn't. I don't have a single day that I even think about quitting. Because I'm not quitting on my home, my family. I had to create my family. And sometimes that's what you got to do. Sometimes you just have to own the fact that your family doesn't want you. A couple of weeks ago, I went to my aunt and uncle's house because I just kept on thinking about them. I might have said this earlier. I tend to repeat myself, but you'll listen again. But as much as I'm upset with them because they weren't there, I wanted my daughter to have blood relatives. Because so far, her family are people that's not even related to her by blood, the family she sees. So I drove down there about an hour, hour and a half. I rung the doorbell. Now, this is the aunt and uncle that told me that I'm a guest, and they raised me from the age of 10 to 17. He opened the door, my uncle, takes one look at me, and my daughter turns around and closes the door. And then while walking away, my daughter looks at me. She says, Daddy, why doesn't your family love you? Now, that's a hard pill to swallow. Then I tried to get a hold of my other uncle, and none of them will answer the phone. You know what? I'm not giving up. Yeah, it hurts, but I'm not letting their selfishness, their inability to talk about something, inability to confront, I'm not going to let that stop me from raising my family, for working for what I want my family to be a part of. What I want you to take from this is don't give up. You could take everything away from me, and I'm not giving up. I'm going to find another way. to get it all back. Because that's what you do when you love your family. You make them sacrifices. I hurt bad. Every day I wake up, and I just don't want to get out of bed because it hurts so bad. Not just physically, mentally. I'm depressed. I feel broken. My daughter's going to see me smiling. She's going to see me happy. And she's going to know that I love her. My wife's going to know that no matter what, I'm still going to work to try to take care of her. Don't give up. If you don't have a home, make a home. Stay in love. Stay in peace.